He's so cute. Walt, baby, are you listening? He's getting his best radio face on. Alright. I know. Gino, bring me a few of the new napkins, clean napkins. Thank you, darling. All right, so let me see. We're on, right? Let me make this public. Oh, thank you, darling. I don't see it, babes. Huh. Oh, okay. There it is, baby. There it is. Let me see if I gotta. All right. Can you type in for me real quick for a minute? And just say you won't have sound until 5 p.m., guys. Be patient. Just so I can share this onto his wall. 5 p.m., guys. Be patient. I hear like fuzziness. Is that normal? Is that okay, Gino? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. 1 2 3. 1 2 3 testing. 1 2 3. Nicholas Guerrero's watching Robert Lewis. Yay. Okay. You want to give us sound now or no? For Facebook or no? They can hear me? Hey guys, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, baby? Guys, can you hear me? Dario, can you hear me, darling? Yep. Okay. Thanks, Jen. So we're going to start in a couple minutes, guys. And we have the amazing Walt Sanders calling in, the ETA. Um, so, and I wrote a really cool poem for him. It's going to shock him too. Oh, Jen said that they heard us the whole time. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. This is my pre-show. Hey guys, we're doing a pre-show. That's so funny. Huh? Yeah, we love Jen. Be funny, girl. My nose is dripping, guys. Ooh. Well, we're gonna just play his songs. Yeah, 'cause they sound so good. So, couple minutes, guys. A couple minutes. $50, guys. Oh, I feel better, guys. Everybody's sick. I know. All right. Here we go, guys. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
It's really true, is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and
Safe
sound.
and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jerry Petito Show on HAMILTONRADIO.net. So, Gino, why don't you tell everyone out there a little something about what's happening with Hamilton Radio?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we've been nominated for the
Yeah.
National Music Awards for about the fourth time, which is really awesome for me. National, Tennessee. So that's really excited. There's a lot of things happening. We have a new website coming up very soon, probably within a month. New server, better sound quality as we've been doing, and hopefully HD camera coming up too, which would be in maybe another month or so. So everything will be crystal clear hearing and crystal clear seeing.
I cannot wait for all that amazing stuff. Also, I want to give a shout out to one of my sponsors, the Redwood Project. Okay, what's really great about this, guys, if you have a business and you want to advertise it, they'll put a TV, they'll put your ad on TVs. We have our ads on it. So the TVs are in all different establishments, restaurants, even marketing places, in any business. So they have these TVs, and the only things that are showing on the TVs are our ads, everybody's ads. So if you would like to get your business logo on one of these TVs, I think at this point it's Mercer County. They could probably be going a little further at this point. They've been doing it over a year now. So if anybody out there is interested in that, get in touch with me on Facebook, and I can hook you guys up with the Redwood Project, okay? It's just really cool. I mean, Daphne's Diner has it. Actually, the TVs are in so many places. Gino, where were you when you saw your ad on that TV that I surprised you with?
First of all, I saw it at, I believe, Town and Country Diner on Route 206
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
Route 130. Yeah, it was really, really cool.
So if anybody's interested in getting their logo out there, let me know, and I'll hook you guys up with the Redwood Project. So my guest is going to be calling in about 5 minutes, but I wanted to just say thank you to everybody out there who watched my birthday Elvis Bash, okay, Tuesday night. And if you haven't seen it, it's still up on Facebook. It will stay there. Check it out. We had like a 2.5, 3-hour show that night. And we had some amazing, amazing entertainment for you guys. It was like a huge concert, right, Gino? Wasn't it unbelievable? We had Richie Santa, an ETA, who's one of the best. Jesus Santiago, Tony Santiago. His real name is Jesus. That's what I like calling him. And he's also an ETA and just a great, forget it. He is one of the most amazing entertainers, okay? Even if not as Elvis, the guy's unbelievable, okay? So he was with us. And then we had the ridiculously amazing Michelle Marzano as Marilyn Monroe. Guys, check out the show if you haven't seen it. She will be back on the Jerry Petito Show on Tuesday as Mae West. Michelle is one of the most unbelievable female impersonators I've ever seen. Right, Gino?
Yes, I agree.
Who's your favorite that she does? Because you've seen her do more.
Well, she did Elizabeth Taylor.
Yep. She was here as Elizabeth Taylor, right? On Dating
Marilyn
Show.
Monroe. I mean, she does Cher. She does a whole bunch of different people.
Yep. I got to meet her on the DJ Danny Show. That's also on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's how I got to meet Michelle. So I also want to say that I want to thank everybody out there who does support Hamilton Radio, because Hamilton Radio is so much more than just our shows. Hamilton Radio is all over the world. What we have done for people, most people don't even know. So I just want to thank everybody out there who supports us. Who else are we affiliated with?
So many have different radio stations through different shows. It depends on the show.
You know, I mean, you have people that do shows from different parts of the country.
Yeah,
as well.
there's a show in California
right.
right now on Channel 1 called Songsmith Music Motel. And that's Dennis Halsey-Brook. And he's been doing his show for about 3 years.
And, Paul Mack.
Paul Mack is on, well, I do that. That's Saturday.
Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty cool,
That's
too.
Australia, yeah.
Yep, that's Australia. So Paul and I are going to be doing something together.
Paul's so great.
What do we call it? How do you say it? What are we doing? We're going to have a show together that day.
Probably simulcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's going to be...
You're doing it both the same thing at the same time.
That's right, and he'll be in Australia, and I'll be here. And he's going to be interviewing me, and that's just going to be so cool for me. I can't wait to hear his accent.
He's a great guy. He's like my brother from down under, is what I call him.
You know? So many great things are happening with Hamilton Radio. I want to mention 3 new shows that I am sponsoring. Everybody out there knows that I have a show on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 5 p.m. I am going to be giving up 3 of my Thursday spots for 3 amazing people to do a show. One of them is going to be my friend Sal, and he's going to have a show on wrestling, guys, so you're going to want to watch the show. It's going to be a really cool show. It's called Taker 2 Takes Over NJ. And his favorite wrestler is The Undertaker, and he has not only met him, he's interviewed him, and he's got photos with him. So that's really awesome, too. So Sal knows everything and anything there is to know about the wrestling world. He's been involved in it he's even done interviews with most of them, okay? So that's going to be a great show, and that's going to be on, I want to say, the 4th Thursday of every month at 5 p.m. I will be his sponsor on that show. And then we have Marco Panting, okay? He goes by Mr. Panting on Facebook. Guys, check him out. He works for Ava Holly. He's one of her photographers, videographers. I mean, the young man is unbelievable. And he went through some bullying issues and had some rough spells. But guess what? He doesn't live woe is me. He's come through it, and he wants to help other teens who are bullied. He wants to help teens make a difference in their lives. And his show, which I'm so proud of him, is called Teens with Dreams. Okay, and I believe Marco is going to be the first Thursday of every month at 5 p.m. I believe so. So I'm proud of you, Marco. And then on the 3rd Thursday of every month, Megan Malfi. She's one of my heroes, this young, beautiful, amazing woman who has a couple things going on Facebook. One of them is My Bipolar Rules, and everyone should check this out, this blog out, because she suffers from bipolar, but she hasn't allowed it to get her down. So she has rules up there, and She has them there for when you're having a okay day, and you can read what she tells you to do if you're having a bad day. And there's all different things and all different feelings that you guys go through. And she has a rule for each one of them to help you get through that day. Okay? Her and her mom, Elena, they also do something called Top Cat Productions. This is so amazing, guys, because they help children who are disabled, young children, maybe financially not okay, and they want to act or sing or dance. They've actually given free lessons, singing lessons, dance lessons, and then they do plays, and these kids perform for free, okay? And what they're doing for these young people is just unbelievable. So I really wanted to give a shout out to all those. So those 3 shows, I'm not sure exactly what Megan's going to be calling her show. I have to find that out, okay? But these shows will be starting soon, guys. So let's see, what else can we tell you before my guest calls in? He'll be calling in about a minute. So let's see, what else? Anything else, Gino, that you want to share?
Yeah, the other thing is if people want to make donations to any of the charities that we have here, there's a page on the website they can go to. A lot of the ministries that we have here on Sundays. There's a church right across the street from us, actually, Robbinsville Church. They're really, really sweet people, and they've got a show here, and they didn't even know we were here for the last couple of years. So it's really exciting the way God works in our ways, I swear, and we're really happy and proud to have anybody here. Really, we are. Always looking for new people. New shows coming next month.
Oh, and Amazon. Tell them about Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. They can go to Amazon.com or they go to HAMILTONRADIO.com. .net and go to our Amazon page and just click on that, and they can buy anything through Amazon or Best Buy or Walmart or any of the big places, and just purchase anything through us.
Through us, we get a cut.
Something.
Yep,
Yeah,
Hamilton Radio will get a cut. Okay, guys, I think my guest is calling in.
He's calling right now. Yep.
All right. Hello? Walt, call back. You call back? Hello? Oh, okay. Walt, call back, baby. Call back. So my guest tonight is Walt Sanders, the amazing ETA, Elvis tribute artist. He also called in for my birthday on Tuesday. He's one of the best guys. Call back, baby. Hello, Walt.
Come on, get down.
Let's do it.
We're going to have a little problem when my wife leaves.
Because of the German Shepherds?
No.
Oh.
When she gets in the truck will take over my phone call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine does that as well.
Yeah, I'm in the house, and she's going to be leaving here pretty soon.
So.
And I'll lose you until she gets out of reach.
Yes.
So,
Do you have your phone where the media is up? Because I kind of hear something in the background.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay.
You want me to call you back?
Nope, we're good.
See if it improves?
Nope, we're good. All right, so tell everyone, I introduced you, but I want you to introduce yourself. Tell everyone out there who you are. We'll start.
Oh, my name is Kurt Russell.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Tell them why.
Did you already say that? Did you steal my thunder?
Well, you just stole it, so then don't worry, but I'll, have something to say about it. I didn't say that, no. I introduced you as Walt Sanders, an amazing ETA.
Okay.
Yes. So why do you, introduce yourself as Kurt Russell? Tell everybody.
Because I've been told more times than not that I look like Kurt Russell, especially even when I'm in my Elvis getup.
How's that? So tell everybody about what you do. You're an ETA and where you live, blah, blah, blah.
What do I do? In the real people world, the boring life is I've been installing auto glass for 32 years. Ever since high school. I live in the small town of Bellevue, Ohio, which is located halfway between Cleveland and Toledo. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay.
This is going to be a short interview.
No, it's not, honey. So, okay. I'm going to read you your poem I wrote for you, but do you think it's safe if I read it now? Like, will we lose any of it? Did your wife leave yet?
No, she's here.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to read the poem, and hopefully we don't lose any of it, okay?
Okay.
And then tonight I will email it to you.
Okay.
So, you know I'm a stalker on Facebook, right? Okay. So here
You
we
stalk
go.
everybody?
Well, important people, important people. So here goes. My guest tonight is really cool. He sings songs like Don't Be Cruel. He's an ETA. You heard me right. He knows my fave is Such a Night. Walt Sanders, my friend, when you're on stage, the crowd don't care about your age. You sound like Elvis. I kid you not. I stalked your Facebook. I know a lot. You sure are pretty with a really big muscle. You sound like Elvis but resemble Kurt Russell. So usually moms are the reason why their kids grow up with the king. In your case, though, it's really weird. Your dad loved how Elvis would sing. You loved Elvis forever. He's a passion of yours, performing like Elvis and traveling on tours. The Jordanaires and the Stamps who sang with the king, you got to sing with. Now that's amazing. Let It Be Me and Fools Rush In, plus Trilogy are three of the best. But let's be real, my friend, all Elvis songs trump the rest. A beautiful wife, Terry, and two grown-up boys. A 65 Mustang is just one of your toys. A biker Christian? Now that's kind of fun. For a conservative guy at 52 on the run.
Oh, I thought you'd put a gun in there somewhere.
No. You love German Shepherds. I bet I know why. They make you feel manly because you're a tough guy. Imagine a poodle snuggling up close. Now that would be cute. Your love overdose. Hungarian and German, quite reserved as you grew. Never even smoked a joint. Shy and boring were you. Started doing Elvis in '92 while you had another job. You knew a guy who knew a guy, probably working for the mob. The facts you gave me weren't so funny. I had to stalk Facebook and talk to our honey. During Lent, to honor God is a time to purge your shames. It's usually food or sex, but yours are Facebook games? I also heard you like to quack. Well, not really in that way. On stage, you do impressions. Donald Duck acting all gay? I don't know. The name impersonator you do not like. ETA you'd rather go by. Contests also you don't do. I bet they're rigged, that's why. My new friend Jerry, I really do like. Boy, do I have a secret for you. Remember me asking about her name? It's Geraldine. Her mom hated her too. And it's the truth. I knew it. She tried to give me much more dirt to really make fun of my star. Racking her brain was really hard, made her realize how serious you are. Giving back to God is what you also do, singing in your choir, a tenor's voice given to you. All kidding aside, I'm really a fan, not just a great singer, but a really great man. Walt Sanders, my friend, I give you the floor. Once you start to sing, they'll be asking for more. It's your floor, baby. So, Donald Duck, really?
Wow, where did you get that?
Yeah, from Jerry, my new best friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I don't know she knew I did that.
Okay. Yeah, she knows a lot. Listen. Wait, do more.
Yeah. Well, it's you know, when my children were 5 and 6 and 7, it was funny.
Wait.
Especially when I'd sneeze.
Wait, do more. Seriously, that was really cool.
Yeah, it just doesn't come across, all that great sometimes, because when I'm smiling, it doesn't. I can't do it at all. It's right there in my cheek.
So, all right.
When I'm smiling, it just goes away.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start this interview. Well, we started with my poem, but I want to play one of your songs first. And then
Okay.
I want to ask you some questions that, we talked a little bit, you and I, last night, and I think a couple things that you were telling me about your town just blew me away. All right, so let's
Okay.
play. Gino, let's play one of his songs first. Okay, play, let me get my glasses on. Oh, Angel, play Angel. Oh, play Angel. Yes, beautiful.
Angel, with those angel eyes, come and take this little boy up to paradise. Angel, may I hold you tight?
With those angel
Never kissed an angel. Let me kiss one
Up to
tonight. If I said I loved you, would I be speaking out of turn?
Make my wish come true. Never kissed an angel.
I'm only human,
I don't remember the
but
words.
I'm willing to learn.
If I said I loved you,
Angel,
would I be speaking out of
make my
turn?
wish come true.
You, I'm
Let
only
me be
human,
in hell,
but I'm willing to
here on
learn.
earth with you. Angel, never kissed an angel. Let me kiss one tonight. If I said I love you, would I be speaking out of turn?
I guess I should have been watching.
I'm
That's
only
singing.
human, but I'm willing to learn. Angel, make my wish come true. Let me be in heaven, here on earth with you. Angel,
Wow, that was so beautiful. That was just so beautiful. So, Jerry White is in the house, and she's saying one of the best. You ain't kidding,
I saw
girlfriend.
that.
You ain't kidding.
What? I didn't see that part, but I did see she said, "Hi, Jerry." And why didn't you tell me that you would be able to hear me on the air while I was making a fool of myself?
Oh, no, but we love
Singing
that.
over.
Oh, so you didn't know. But we love when people
No, I
make
didn't
fools
know.
of themselves.
I just opened Facebook up, you know.
Oh, no, this is so awesome. Listen, so that is one of my all-time favorite love songs by Elvis Presley, and it's the funniest thing. That's probably the only song that when I hear it, I actually see him on the porch of the movie with her in the kitchen, and then he's singing to her. And that's the only, I guess I was young enough where it really made an impact on me, but that song is absolutely one of the most beautiful songs of all time. You know what's interesting, though? And I'm a huge
What's
Elvis
that?
fan, right? If someone played that and I walked into a room, of course I would just think it was Elvis. Like, your voice is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I think I've kind of worked on that for 30 years, 40 years, and I'm only 52.
So, okay, so you know what I want you to tell everybody, because this was really cool. Tell everybody about the town you live in and with what it has to do with Elvis. Remember the story you were telling me? Or the town over?
The town I live
Or
in.
the town over? The town
The
close to
town
you?
I live in has nothing to do
No,
with Elvis.
there
I
was-
live in a small town called Bellevue, and it's
Okay.
a railroad town, but there's a town called Brooklyn. Is
That's
that the
it.
town
That's
you're
the
talking
one.
about?
That's the one. Yes.
Okay. Brooklyn, Ohio is a suburb of Cleveland, and back in 1955, there was a sock hop at Brooklyn High. Scheduled to be there was the four lads, a little girl from, well, at the time she was a little girl, like a teenager from Canada. Her name was Priscilla Wright, and I think she was the youngest chart. She had the youngest performer that had a chart single. Pat Boone was the headliner, I believe, and Bill Haley and the Comets were there. And this was just a sock hop in the middle of the afternoon. But Elvis was in Cleveland for the very first time, never been in the North. But Elvis was in Cleveland to do a show downtown, and I guess the promoters got together and would Elvis like to meet Pat Boone and Bill Haley and everybody, and sure. So he went to the high school, and I don't know exactly what happened, but somebody's band might have been late or something, and they asked Elvis to go on stage and perform, and he did. He went out and performed 5 songs. And 50 years later, they had a reunion of that show. Of course, Elvis couldn't be there. But my band and I got the honor of bringing the spirit of Elvis back to that stage, and we performed with the original lineup, except for, of course, Bill Haley had passed, but his original Comets were there. The Four Lads were there. Priscilla Wright was there, and Pat Boone did not come.
Why?
But there is a something. There's well, I asked my dad, why wouldn't Pat Boone come? And he showed me the headlines. He said, "This is why, son. 50 years ago, Elvis performs at Brooklyn High." You know, it's about Elvis. You know.
Oh.
And we were there. You know, I mean, the original Comets, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. You know, and all them songs. We're out eating breakfast the next morning, and the news is on, and guess who's on TV? Me. And I mean, the Comets are like rock and roll legends, and they're showing me because I'm representing the Elvis bit, you know.
Crazy.
Yeah. But the biggest laugh from that whole thing was, I guess EPE, Elvis Presley Enterprises, endorsed the show, but they said if you have a guy in a jumpsuit, we pull our endorsement. So I got a very nice, I can't even remember who makes it, but it's a very nice suit, a dress suit. And I introduced myself as, you know, I usually introduce myself as Kurt Russell. And I said, and usually I'm wearing something different.
Okay.
But then I unbuttoned my coat, and I said, but we all need a belt to hold our pants up. And I had the great big old Elvis belt on, you know, the gold belt that he had, the award belt.
Yep.
The audience, you know, they loved it.
So
that's my claim to fame right there. That's it. That's the only thing I've done in my whole career.
no, first of all, that is something to be incredibly proud of and something to pass down generation to generation. I mean, how many ETAs could say that? Do you know what I mean? How many of them could have that under their belt? I mean, let me ask you something about the jumpsuit, because I've heard that before. Why is that such a big deal with Elvis Presley Enterprise? Why?
Well, I don't think it is anymore now that they have their hand in the contest business, you know. But before, I've never registered with EPE. I don't know if you're supposed to or what, but I think they just want a cut of everything. But I think they found out that they can't beat it, so they may as well join it, you know.
That's very interesting. You're the first one to make that a little clear to me. Now I.
No, that's just my take.
Yeah, but
you know,
I think.
I don't know if that's the word or not.
No, but I think you're probably right because. All right, so that's interesting. So now this is the other thing I heard, that some EPAs are only in the jumpsuits, some are not in the jumpsuits, like as a rule with what they're doing. Some only sing this era of songs, some only sing this era of songs. Correct?
Well, I find that you might be right. I mean, if you're a young guy and you're wearing the younger attire, or if you're an older guy and wearing the older attire, I mean, when you're in a jumpsuit, you can do all three decades, you know, because he did cover all of his younger stuff when he was in Vegas, but differently.
Yeah.
But I'm not blessed like Ronnie McDowell or Terry Mike Jeffrey. I mean, I've worn the jumpsuit, and that's what people are expecting now. So I don't get the opportunity to. Well, I do. I did open up in that suit. I called it the Brooklyn suit.
Okay.
And I did a set like that, and then everybody's like, when I come out on stage, they're like, "Where's the jumpsuit? Where's the sideburns?" You know, because I'm just me. But then when I start to sing, they kind of forget all about that stuff. But then when I do go to intermission and come back out second set with the jumpsuit on and the wig and all that, then the audience is just all that more energetic. You know?
They go crazy, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, my favorite was I think, what was it, the 68 comeback special? Was that the year, 68 comeback special?
Yeah, he was
The black leather.
Very nice looking. Very the suit was very. I'm not afraid to say that he was a good looking guy.
Thank you. You know, if men say he wasn't, they're lying. So.
That's true.
But that was my favorite with that black leather, you know. So
yeah, and early Vegas. I like the early Vegas, like the Fringe, you know, and when he's the Fringe, just his total look of that era right there. I mean, later on, of course. The 68 comeback in like 1969 and 70 when he first started doing Vegas was probably his peak.
Well, my aunt got to kiss that man in Vegas.
Lucky gal.
Listen, man, I was born too late, Walt. I was born too late. You know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So, all right. So I want to talk about your dad, okay? Because I thought that was really funny. Yeah. So usually when I ask ETAs and all, you know, what made you start, they all say, you know, oh, my mom, you know, loved Elvis. My grandma loved Elvis. You know, I grew up with that. You're the first one that ever said it was because of your dad.
Wow, that surprises me.
Yep.
I mean, well, my dad, let me paint a broad picture. My dad was born in 1940, raised by his father. Remember the word male chauvinist?
Okay.
That might be who my dad is, you know. He kind of ruled the house. You know? Of course,
okay.
He ruled the house. He was the breadwinner. Mom was home with the kids, you know. And when we'd go out riding at night, we'd go out, get a milkshake, listen to, you know, Cleveland Indians game or radio or whatever, Mystery Theater, remember those days? And he had control of the radio, so we pretty much listened to what Dad listened to. And Elvis was a great big part of it, you know?
Okay, I get that to a point, because I guess this is where I'm going with this, okay? From what I was told, back then when Elvis Presley first came out, a lot of the older people who are, you know, and when I say older people, you know what I mean. So that generation, they really thought he was evil, the older people. So, and the men weren't so happy with having their wives listen to that.
My dad wasn't married yet. My dad was born in 40, so he was, you know, a teenager during the 50s. And that was part of his upbringing.
Okay.
Well, not his upbringing, but his growing up.
Okay,
you know?
so then that makes sense.
His dad would, his dad would say, "Turn that stuff off."
There you go.
Then later on, it was like Elvis was singing, crying in the chapel, and he's like, "Who's that? That's good." You know?
Okay.
And well, that's the same guy you just wanted me to turn off a couple songs ago.
Okay. So that makes more sense to me then, because I was picturing something a little different, and I was like, that's just odd to me. It was your dad, you know? So that's great. No, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. So now, you also told me something cute. So your wife loves Elvis.
You love Elvis, Terry?
Hi, Terry. Hi, Terry.
She's saying hello. Jerry. Her name's Jerry, too. Jerry. Just the same, Jerry.
So, can I ask Terry a question?
Oh, hold on one second.
Okay. I really want to ask her this.
Now, I just put you on speaker.
Hi, Terry. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
All right. So, when you get mad at him, and if he sings an Elvis, like, does that just stop it? Like, are you okay?
Probably.
See?
Probably not.
Probably not. I guess because you're around it so much, you know? Like, if I got mad at a guy and he could sing like Elvis and started singing, I wouldn't be mad anymore.
That's true.
You know?
He doesn't eat that. He should do that.
Okay, so Walt, I'm giving you some advice
Yeah.
here. I'm giving you some advice.
Oh.
So the next time she gets mad at you, you should try it, baby. Put on your jumpsuit, honey. Try it.
You know.
So, Kathy Kasu is watching. She's saying how great you are, and she got to kiss Elvis as well. See, I'm just so jealous of all this stuff. So,
I'm not jealous of any of that.
no,
stuff.
but I am.
Just, when I
Hello.
said I was born too late. I just mean that, you know, I goodbye. Love you.
Aw.
I just love doo-wop and the music my dad was brought up on, and you know, I just wish, all except for I'd be 78 years old right now. You know.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. But sometimes I think I would compromise that to have, you know, one night with Elvis. You know what I'm saying?
Not me.
No, well, I know. Well,
I would have liked to have gone to see him in concert.
yes,
I,
I get
to
that.
been able to,
So your
I'd
kids.
love to have been able to shake the man's hand and tell him what he meant to me growing up, you know?
So, in heaven, do you think he knows what's happening down here?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful. So, let me ask you about your boys. So,
Okay.
Are they married?
The younger one is engaged,
Okay.
and the older one still lives at home.
Okay.
And my wife is backing out probably pretty soon, so I may lose
Okay.
the phone call, and I might
Okay.
have to call you back.
Okay.
But because my truck will take this phone call over, you know what I
Okay.
mean? She'll hear everything you say, so don't say anything you don't.
So, but she'll hear.
Incriminating.
But no, I don't do that. I already asked her what I needed to know, honey. So, are we good? Can you hear me? She might be driving away.
I'm here.
Okay, you're there. Okay.
I pushed a button to take you away from her.
Oh, okay, okay. So,
I think.
okay, so good. So, Jerry White is saying he was a great person and a great kisser. Jerry, do you know from experience, or you just heard from rumors Elvis was a great kisser, honey? Because I heard the rumors too, and Margaret
Where's
always
this
says
all
that.
at?
And Margaret always said what a great kisser he was. So let me ask you something. So your boys, so they grew up listening to Elvis as well?
My boys, of course, yes, and the Beach Boys and
Yep.
and the stuff that Dad listened to, basically. You know,
Okay.
me.
That's right. So now,
Yep.
but now they have other favorites. Is it because they got tired of hearing you sing Elvis, or it's just added to it?
I'm telling you what.
They must have gotten tired.
They got tired, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it
Yes.
goes, a little bit goes a long way. And even me, I mean, when I'm on a road trip, yeah, I'll listen to Elvis, but then I'll flip the station, you know?
Yeah, not me. No, not me. I get a deal from Sirius Radio because that's the only station I listen to, and they know it, and they're like, all right, we'll, you know, give you a good deal for another year. So.
Well, of course, I have Sirius, and Elvis is one of my presets, but so is the 70s and the 50s and
Yeah.
the 80s.
So a lot, Walt.
Hey, Walt.
Yep.
This is Doc G.
This
He's
is
the
Doc
owner
G.
of
I'm the owner
Hamilton
the radio
Radio.
station. Boy, you would love our station. We play a lot of that stuff.
I would love it. I'm
A
sure
lot
I
of
would.
a lot of the rare stuff, a lot of the concert
Yep.
stuff that you don't get to hear all the time. Of course, main media ain't going to play it, neither is Sirius. We've been told
Right.
many times that we play so many songs that Sirius Radio could never even touch us.
And that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
I've got a CD in the truck that just went away that I was listening to. It's called, is it called Cut Me, I Bleed? I can't remember if it's that or All Dressed Up. It's a bootleg, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's X-rated.
Oh.
It's Elvis being a human being.
So
you know
wait,
what I mean?
are you kidding?
Uh-oh.
So could we? Okay. So listen, you didn't tell me that with your facts. You did not
Well, that's
tell me
not
that.
a big deal. I mean, that's just a
No,
CD
honey,
that
that is a big deal. All right, so listen, that is a very, very, very big deal because you're talking to someone who has Googled naked Elvis pictures and nothing comes up. Nothing, 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 okay?
Thank goodness.
Okay, the only thing that came up was they were measuring him for his Army uniform and he didn't have a shirt on, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I got that photo
In
at
his
least.
skivvies. In his
Yeah, I
skivvies,
got that photo at least. So we have to talk about that bootleg CD you got, my darling.
Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of language that you just don't want your children to listen to. You know what I mean?
It was Elvis
But-
being a man.
Yeah, it was Elvis being human
Okay, so how do I get to
and having a good time. I think.
how do I
you
get
know?
to hear it?
I don't know. I
Okay,
can't
well,
say
we're gonna
how
work
you
this
can
out.
hear it.
We're gonna work
Yeah,
this
I
out,
can't-
Walter. I know you don't
I
like
can't
that.
tell you how I can do things illegally and give it to you.
All right, no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay.
No, I can't do that.
I can't believe you didn't tell me that I would have. I'm gonna add that to this poem before I email it to you. I'm gonna have some fun with that.
That's not a point about me though. That's just.
You don't understand.
I'm sure there's a lot of other ETAs out there or Elvis fans out there that have this same CD.
No one has told
know,
me
I
that,
mean-
so I don't think so. No one has ever said that.
Okay.
All right, so let's play. Wait, Randall Adkins says it's a good CD. He heard it. It's pretty wild. Randall, get me on Facebook, baby. Listen, friend me on Facebook. Okay,
You
Randall?
Don't listen to a thing Randall says.
Okay.
He's full of it.
Oh, man. Oh, Jerry, there are lots of stations on Hamilton Radio. Gino, tell them a little bit about Hamilton Radio stations.
Yeah, we have 4 different channels when they're up and running, and we have a VIP channel we use for businesses. We have a channel 1, which is another channel that is the main channel. Channel 2, this is another main channel. This is a studio channel. So we have 4 different channels, and
Yep.
one's a dance channel. So
Yep.
you can take a choice, and there may be more in the future.
And we're all over the world, guys, all over the world. That's the best part.
A lot of great local music, indie artists.
Yep.
She knows Jerry.
Paul
knows a
Mack
lot.
from Australia.
Yep.
He's going to be doing a simulcast with me. It's going to be amazing. So, Walt, we're going to play one more song before we continue talking to you because I think, you got me a little heated up there talking about that CD. So now we got to play a song.
All right.
All right, so let's play. Let's play Just Pretend.
Ooh, you got to talk over the bad parts.
Just Pretend.
All right, here we go, guys.
Let's go. Walt Sanders, everybody. Walt Sanders, baby.
Just pretend I'm holding you and whisper things soft and low and think of me how it's gonna be. Just pretend I didn't go when I walked away. Well, I heard you say, if you need me, you know what to do. If I knew it then, I'd be back again. Just pretend I'm right there with you, and I'll come flying to you. Oh yes, all the crying is true. Oh, I will hold you and love you again. But until then, just pretend. Oh, it's funny. we said, oh, while we were crying. But now I know it was wrong to go. I belong here by your side. I come flying to you again. All my crying is true. And I will hold you and love you again. But until then, we'll just pretend. Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious.
I have to point out that that was done, like, I posted that to YouTube 10 years ago, so it was done prior to that. And you can ask Jerry. I can actually hit the notes now.
So can you sing just like a couple of the notes to us, please? Please.
A couple of the notes, sure. Just pretend I'm holding you. There's a couple notes.
No, you know what I mean. Come on.
Oh, those notes.
Come on, baby.
Kind of not without accompaniment, you know.
No, come on. Listen. Just a couple things. If you were in the shower alone, just a couple. Come on.
Let me go up in the shower.
All right, come on. I know you can.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, see, I'm going to be in the wrong key.
I don't
because there's
care.
no reference.
But we don't care.
Oh, and I will hold you and love you again. But until then, I even did it in too low of a key that I can't hit the last note.
But listen to me. Listen, Walt, your voice is just so beautiful. And Jerry, I want to say something about Jerry White out there. She's my new buddy. She gave me She gave me a couple of those secrets about you, and I'm gonna steal her thunder for a minute. Jerry, I love you, girl. When he sings those songs and he's dedicating them to Jerry, who's there. It's now me, girlfriend. It's now me too. Okay, we'll share. We'll share. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, wow. All right. So anyway, let's get back to talking because that was so beautiful. That was just so beautiful.
No, thank you for playing that. That's my new favorite song. You asked me what my favorite songs are, and they change all the time.
Okay. Well, that has always been one of my favorite. But the thing is, I put my Elvis songs in categories. Okay. So I put them in categories, and I have a category of the beautiful songs. I have the category of the sexy songs. Such a night. Come on. I have category right of fun. Love me. Return to sender. Fun. Right. So I have different categories of songs, but the most amazing song for me, anyway, that Elvis Presley ever sang was "How Great Thou Art." Yeah.
Yep.
That was probably
the live version.
Yes,
correct?
That's right. Correct. The live version. To me, that was probably the most unbelievable Elvis Presley song. And I had them play that song at my dad's funeral in July. My dad went out with that song. So that song is just so unbelievable. It's beautiful. Can you sing that song? Did you sing it?
Oh, Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds my hands hath made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder.
This is a very, very cool part about this song right here. We sing this song at every show we do. I do have a 7-piece band that I work with regularly, and my keyboard player is phenomenal. And every time, and by the way, I did notice that Erica Bickhart liked the video, and she is one of the ladies in the band. She sings backup with us, and she also does a Karen Carpenter tribute. She's very good on her own. She does fantastic. And but I saw that she liked the video, so I just wanted to give a shout out to Erica. But Pete is our keyboard player, and as he gets to the point where I just started saying, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, Pete will insert the theme from Star Wars in there, or the theme from Star Trek, or the theme from Close Encounters, and the audience has no idea because it's just flawless. It just rolls right in, and it's just funny. And once I started noticing it, I crack up now when I'm singing this very serious gospel song.
It's so beautiful. So tell us about your band.
I got that on video.
You do.
Got it on video somewhere.
And you gave me it, and I posted it. So everybody else.
No, that's a different one.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I want everyone out there to know that you can go to my wall because I did post the one that you sent me, and that was also How Great Thou Art, right? You sent me one.
Yeah, and that was live with the Stamps Quartet,
That's
Eddie
right.
Nick and his Stamps Quartet.
Yep. Tell everyone about that with the Jordanaires and the Stamps, because that's a story.
Well, I had no idea who these gentlemen were. Growing up, of course, I know who they are. And I was into the Vegas era Elvis. So I went to Collingwood for the Elvis contest in 1997. And since I was into the Vegas era, my goal was to sing with the Stamps. So anyway, the contest was great. I mean, we had a lot of fun, and I introduced myself as Kurt Russell, of course. And the following day, they treat you like stars. I don't know if they still do it, but I got my hand imprints and everything in the cement, and it was a lot of fun. And we all got a car to ride in the parade in, and of course, going down the street, I hear a lot of people, "Hi, Kurt! Hi, Kurt!" And they probably wouldn't remember Walt anyway back then, but they do remember Kurt Russell, So, and that was wonderful how you worked that into your poem. Mm-hmm. That is so cool. Oh. But I seen a bunch of elderly gentlemen getting out of a limousine, and I said, "Excuse me, are you one of the Stamps or one of the Jordanaires?" And the man turned around and he said, "Son, if I could tell you that, you wouldn't know if I told you." And of course, you could tell by the low voice I just used that he was a bass singer, and you can tell that it wasn't JD because he'd probably be 2 octaves lower than that. So it was Mr. Ray Walker of the Jordanaires. And of course, my impression was to do the one-finger salute, but I just asked a question, but I didn't do that. But I did turn around and just walk away. According to Mr. Walker, he had told his friends that he had told one of the other Jordanaires, "You see that young man over there holding his baby?" Which at the time my kids were 3 and 5, and one was holding onto my leg, and I was holding onto the other one. But he said, "You see that young man over there holding his baby? I will have him at my house." And lo and behold, my family and I have been to Ray Walker's house many times, and I've been. 97, we stayed there on the way down to Memphis, and stayed there on the way back. And Mrs. Walker rapped on the door. She says, "I'm going to church. You kids make sure you lock the door when you leave." So we were all alone in their house. And but that's a different story. Back to Collingwood and the Stamps.
Okay.
I went to see their show, and being the shy person that I am, I waited for everybody to go through the meet and greet line, and I was like the only person left, except for a couple of the Stamps were talking to other people. But I asked this one member, I said, would you be able to sing with me real quick? And he said, "Well, you got to ask JD." So I went down the line, and everybody said, "You got to ask JD." So when I got to JD, I asked him, and he said, "No, we can't do that because we got to load up and go on to wherever we're heading." I don't remember where, but I skipped one guy because he was talking to somebody. So I went back when he was finally free, and I said, "Would you do me the honor of singing with me?"
And he said, sure, I don't see why not. So he and I think it was Eddie Nick
Eddie
Nick and Ed Hill joined me in singing, just like Elvis did a cappella, Lead Me, Guide Me. And one of the guys said, hey, you're good. But I said, can I record this? And he said, no, we can't let you do that because, you know, these people paid to have us here, so we can't just let you record it. So I said, okay. And I was thrilled to death that they were going to let me, that they were going to sing with me, that I turned my camcorder off. And I set it on the table in front of me, and I started singing, lead me, guide me along the way. And we did the whole part, and I thanked them very much for that. And then I walked away, and I mean, this video was going for 10, 15, 20 minutes, picking up the floor because it was swinging back. I mean, I was floating on cloud 9 forever after that.
But you have it on video because it was a mistake.
Yes, I accidentally, honestly, accidentally recorded it.
And so,
and when I told that to Ed Enoch, when I actually hired him to back us up for that recording that you saw,
okay,
he said, "I'm glad you got it."
So I want to tell everyone out there, if they don't know who the Stamps there were 4. Were they the Stamps Quartet? But weren't there 4 or 5 of them?
Well, the Stamps Quartet, J.D. Sumner and the Stamps Quartet.
Okay,
so
right.
J.D. was J.D. and then he also had
the 4.
the Stamps Quartet.
Right. So if anyone out there doesn't know who the Stamps Quartet was, they sang with Elvis for gospel music from 71 to 77 till Elvis died. And
right.
I had the honor of meeting Ed also a few months back at a concert. He was playing with his new quartet because he has now the Stamps trademark. And I got to meet him and hug him. I mean, and so I can't even imagine what you've felt through your life meeting these people that have sang with Elvis Presley. You know what I mean? And known him personally. Like, I know what I felt.
Yeah. It's when you, I guess when you're younger, you are in awe of these people. And then the more you get to know them, the more you realize they're people too. You know, they put their pants on one, not that I've seen them get dressed or anything, but they put their, just like you do, you know, they get dressed 1 foot at a time, and they're just regular people. And it's really neat to get to know them as who they are, not who they were with, you know?
No, I mean, I know, but they still were with Elvis. Like, you know,
yeah,
I'm still not, I'll never be past that. I don't care how old I am, you know?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that is, you know?
And so rumor has it that when you sing Hurt, you're just unbelievable. Do you think you could, like, sing a little of it right now? Everybody's typing. They want to hear you sing that.
Well, let me see. I'll put the phone, like, in the next room. I'm gonna just, because I don't want to come in off key and everything. I'm gonna cue it up on my computer. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody's typing.
No, I can't do that unless I turn you off, because you're
I'll
coming
shut up.
in the background.
I'll shut up.
Turn you off.
I'll shut up.
No, I mean, I can turn that off. I'm still on the phone with you, right? I didn't lose you, right?
Okay, baby. No.
Okay, so I guess I'll try it just for you. Okay. You want the beginning here, huh?
Listen, do it.
All right.
That you lied to me. I'm hurt way down deep inside of me.
I think that's what you were looking for,
yes,
right?
That's what I was looking for, baby.
Did it come through, or
it came through, honey? Sorted? Oh no, it came through.
Good.
You
didn't. I didn't break anybody's eardrums, did I?
No, and no. Oh my goodness. So, all right. So now there were a couple other things that you told me. Oh wait. So let's talk. I still want to talk about you singing with the Stamps and the Jordanaires for a little bit here. Okay. So the Jordanaires, tell me about them.
Well, unfortunately, the only Jordanaire that worked with Elvis that is still around is Ray Walker.
Okay.
All the rest are gone.
Yep.
I think Ray is 83, 84 years old. Still a very dear friend. My wife and I and my uncle had the privilege of stopping in and unannounced on Thanksgiving. They were just ready to sit down to Thanksgiving lunch. They ate early, but he gave me his home phone number and invited my wife and I to stay over there on the way down to Memphis the first year we met him. And I said, "Are you kidding me? I'd be a fool to turn you down." He says, "How do you know? I could be an axe murderer." So anyway, that's the kind of guy Ray is. He's a funny guy and a fun guy to be around.
But do you think Ray would ever call in to say hello to me?
I don't. I could ask him at some point, you know.
Oh my goodness! If you
I
could
think
ask
he
him.
would. You know, he's on Sirius all the time, telling some stories and being interviewed. And
I know. I hear
I'm
him
sure
all
he'd
the
love
time.
to.
Could we try? Could we ask him? I mean, even if he just called me at home, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I can email him and give him your contact information.
Give him my cell phone number. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Tell him that. Listen, I would die happy. Okay.
Now, I don't have Ed Enoch's contact information at all.
Okay, but I gave him my card at least because I got to hug him and talk to him, and I gave him my card. So at least I got to talk to him. But forget it. Oh, my goodness. If you could do that, darling. Wow. Okay, so back to reality, Jerry. Back to reality. So I want to talk to you a couple more minutes and play your third song, but you have choir practice tonight.
I do. I haven't been there in about a month, but yes, it's Thursday nights.
Okay, so tell me this. What Elvis gospel songs have you sung at church?
At church, Lead Me, You'll Never Walk Alone. I did take my system in there, and while they were taking up collection on a Saturday evening, I would sing an Elvis gospel song. And I did You'll Never Walk Alone. And the pastor at the time told me that it choked him up because it took him back to a time when he was in, what do you call it, seminary?
Okay.
And going to college and all that, and it really choked him up. And we had a retirement engagement for him, and who he, you know, if you're a believer out there, you need to say some prayers for this man because he does have pancreatic cancer.
Okay.
But and he's only in his, you know, if he's 60, that would surprise me.
Okay.
But
okay, yep.
I did sing "You'll Never Walk Alone" with the choir for his retirement function that we had at church, and it's an emotional time. I'm just a tenor in the choir. So that to answer your question, that's the big answer to that question. I'm just a tenor in the choir.
Okay, so but wait, You'll Never Walk Alone. So, I mean, you sang it in church.
I sang it. Yeah, I actually led.
So
I was the lead. It was a feature song that I sang for him. And
so how did it go? Like, how did it sound? What do you think?
It was wonderful.
I'm asking you to sing something from it, like a one-liner.
Oh, how did it go? It goes, when you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. That's how it went.
That went beautifully. So
it went longer than that.
So when you did sing it, does Elvis just come out naturally? Could you ever sing an Elvis song and not sound like Elvis, or is it just a natural thing now with you where it just comes out as Elvis?
I think I can sing Happy Birthday in my own voice. I can sing in the choir in my own voice, but to sing an Elvis song, I've been conditioning my voice forever to sound as close to Elvis as I can, you know.
So then it just comes
so
out
it's just
naturally.
a natural thing.
Wow, that's so
And people think, I mean, I've had guys out of Florida that want me to record their music, and they think I'm going to sound like Elvis. And I'm like, I don't know about that because I've never heard Elvis sing it, and I'm just me, you know. I can sing in a choir, but don't ask me to do it solo. You know, I can sing like, okay, let me rephrase. I can try to sing like Elvis, but my natural voice, I can blend. I can sing that tenor part, or more so baritone.
So wait, then I have a question. So you called in for my birthday, and that was amazing, and I really appreciate it. But can you sing like a note from Happy Birthday in your voice to me? Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, sure. My wife says I'm always out of tune when I sing
we
Happy
don't
Birthday,
care.
and I don't have that. I don't have a thing to say where C is, but Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jerry. Happy birthday to you. And that sounds nothing like Elvis.
No, and you have a beautiful voice.
Well, thank you.
You have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
voice.
I was really going to, I was just like, I guess she really wants an Elvis song, but I was really going to sing that song from the 50s that goes, Happy birthday, happy birthday, baby, oh, I love you so. Remember that one?
Yes, I just sang with you.
I have no idea. I can't hear what you're
when
doing
you
when
see
I'm
it, when
talking.
you see the video, I was mouthing it with you.
Oh, okay.
I was a huge 50s fan.
You told me you were a hippie.
No, I said I was born too late. I would have liked to have been a hippie. Remember? That's what I said. And you said, oh.
Well, you just said you're a 50s fan, and I thought you were like a 60s fan.
Well, no, I loved 50s and 60s music. Okay?
Okay.
But I would have,
Mm-hmm.
but if I was born earlier, I would have been a hippie. So.
Okay.
Yep. But you said, when I said to you about me being hippie, you went, oh, no, remember? About you.
Yep. Yep, because I'm a conservative boring.
Uh-huh. You're a conservative boring. So that was kind of funny, too. Oh, and someone is saying that you do Lonesome Town by Ricky Nelson. Could you give us a little test of that? Oh, Gina.
There's a place where lovers go to cry their troubles away, and they call it Lonesome Town, where the broken hearts stay. Ricky's my second favorite singer. I mean, it's impossible to top Elvis, but
Yes.
Ricky is right up there as my second favorite singer.
I liked him. I mean,
Mhm.
I did, but I was too...
Don't take this the wrong way, but he was another good-looking guy.
He was all right. I mean, you have to understand something. You're talking to someone who only had eyes for Elvis, okay? So I only had eyes for
Yeah.
Elvis. So Ricky Nelson was a nice-looking guy. He was a good singer, but, I only had eyes for Elvis, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have to? Are we coming to the end soon, Gina? All right. Okay. So we're coming to the close of the show. You have a couple more minutes, and I want you to now tell everyone out there what's going on, what you're doing, and then we're going to close the show with one more song of yours that we have on track.
Well,
Okay.
I want to thank first. I want to thank you for having me on air.
goodness.
Means a lot, and I want to tell everybody what my website is.
Yep.
And I told them at your birthday
They
that
had to
you
sing
can't
it.
just sit and type it. You got to sing it. You got to sing One Night With You.net. That'll take you to my website, and my media page has videos and pictures. And I do have a 7-piece Cadillac band. Where I got my name for the band was from TCB, of course. So I just kind of like called it the Cadillac Band.
Okay.
And I do also offer a 10-piece Cadillac band with horns. I would love to someday add a male quartet, or at least three or four voices. I guess that would be a quartet, wouldn't it? A trio or a quartet, but just male voices. I would love to add more male voices, but I play a lot in the Pittsburgh area. The Meadows Casino, we're there twice a year. I've just picked up agency that books Hollywood casinos, and I've played in Toledo, and am booked in Youngstown Hollywood Casino. What else can I say other than thank you for having me on?
Well, first of all, you're welcome, but I want to thank you, not only for calling in for my birthday show, because that just made my night, and now for giving me all this time tonight. I mean, you know, everybody, Walt Sanders, he's not just an amazing ETA. He's an amazing man. He's a beautiful, beautiful, godly man. He is. And, you know, I've gotten to know you a little bit now, and I just think your personality is just beautiful. So I would love to have you back. I mean, we can get a date in June. I would love to have you back. I don't even know what else to say. I mean, I'm overwhelmed that you did this show for me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna.
You're okay. You're welcome.
Yes.
Did we not talk a little while ago about?
I know, but
giving and receiving compliments.
Giving and receiving compliments. Yes. Know your worth, right? We're gonna close this show with your song. All right, Gino, baby. We're gonna play his song. Let's see. In My Way. That's what you sang to me Tuesday night, right?
Yeah, that's your.
That's my song. So we'll close out with that. Walt, thank you. I love you.
Thank you so much.
Great. Walt Sanders, everybody.
I may not be here tomorrow, but I'm close beside you today. So lie to me a little, say you love me a lot, and I'll be true to you in my way. Love never goes on forever, at least that's what wise men all say. So smile when you kiss me, tomorrow you may cry, but I'll be true to you in my way. Yes, I'll be true to you in my way.
So beautiful. So beautiful. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Thank you, Walt. Walt Sanders, everybody.
Thank you so much, and maybe, just maybe, I might be able to work it out sometime to be sitting in the chair next to you.
Okay, so listen, you can't say things that you may not be able to do, so we're going to pray about this, okay?
All right.
We're going to pray about this.
Well, maybe is not a promise. Maybe is a maybe.
Okay. Mwah. Thank you. We're gonna pray about this.
All right. Good night now.
Walt Sanders, everybody.